Hey aviators, Eric from Promo Pilot here. Imagine this. A client sends us a spreadsheet of orders, names, addresses, and line items, and before that can go anywhere, somebody on our team spends 20 minutes cleaning it up and reformatting it by hand so that it can get updated into whatever system we're going to ship with. Today I'm going to build a tool that prepares this file automatically, and we're going to build it with Zite. So here's an example of what a client might send us. Our demo client Northstar exports their order list straight out of whatever form they're using. And you can see we've got some issues here. We've got multiple line items crammed into one cell. There are no order numbers, no SKUs, addresses that are almost but not quite consistent. And maybe they send this to you every week. Meanwhile, the system we ship with, ShipStation, wants something a little bit more like this. Very specific, one row per item, a real order number, and a SKU that it recognizes. Somebody has to bridge that gap every time a new batch comes in. So let's build a solution. All right, so here I am in Zite, and I have prepared a prompt in advance for this project. And you can see here, what do you want to create? All we're going to do is tell it what we want to create. But first, I'm going to click this Plan First toggle because it is going to plan everything out before it ever starts writing code for me. So let's go ahead and paste this prompt in. Basically, I'm just telling it, hey, I need a tool that's going to convert a client's order spreadsheet into a CSV that we can use for ShipStation. This is what the input looks like. This is what the output looks like. Here are some rules and some more information. So with that, I'm going to submit this and we can see how Zite starts building a plan. All right, so you can see Zite is building the plan out for us. We're just going to review this to make sure it has a good understanding of the ask. An internal tool for converting a client's order spreadsheet into ShipStation ready CSV. Yep. Upload a CSV or Excel file. The app is going to parse each order, splits multiple line items, looks up SKUs from a stored product catalog, auto-generates order numbers, and produces a clean CSV download, setting aside any items that can't be matched. Very cool. Okay, so then for the upload and parse, it's basically mocking up what that's going to look like. And here we can see the results that it's mocking up for us. The app looks up each item against the product catalog, and they'll be marked unmatched. Very cool. And then it's even showing us the UI for something like a product catalog. This is really just to manage SKU lookups. If I wanted to hard code that, I could. And then we've got some data rules. So it's basically telling us it's going to create a data table to store those products. This is going to be an internal app, so the access settings for this app within Zite will be for internal users, and it's got some assumptions. Item quantity is always one per item. If classic T black M appears once, quantity is one. Duplicate items in the same order each get their own row. Sounds good. SKU matching is case insensitive, perfect. Essentially, what you want to do is read through this and make sure it has a good understanding of what the task is. Now, let's say I actually want it to create a second output of unmatched items. So when I run this, I get my ShipStation file, but then I get like a report of items that were unmatched. So I'm going to give it another prompt here, and you can see I'm still in plan mode, and let's see how it handles it. All right, so our plan is updated, and you can see here, review matched and unmatched items. We're going to get a download of unmatched items. Very cool. Sounds good. I'm going to build this plan, and it is at this point that Zite is going to start writing the code. You can view the code it writes if you want, but you certainly don't have to. You'll see that this is pretty much ready to go once it finishes. All right, cool. Zite is finished. Our ShipStation converter is ready, and we can go ahead and test it now. So it's telling us convert orders for ShipStation, upload a client order spreadsheet to generate a ShipStation ready CSV. Perfect, sounds good. Right now we're in preview mode, so we can actually work with this app. But before I do that, I want to check out the product catalog to make sure that we have some products set up, because if we don't, then this isn't going to match on anything. So let's go ahead and add some products. And I am going to refer to our spreadsheet, and we've got a quarter zip pullover navy medium. And we'll just say navy medium, and we'll call that SKU navy medium. Okay. And I'm actually going to remove these because I have a suspicion that it's going to parse those based on that anyway. Now, if you wanted it to be a little more literal, or you wanted the matching to work differently, all you have to do is ask. You can do that by chatting again here. And I want to point out, you have a build mode. So if I was going to say something like, hey, I actually don't want to provide the color and size every time, I could put that here. If I'm in build mode, it'll go ahead and change it. I like to really give the app a once over first, and then compile my notes, and then put that back into plan mode. I just find that it works a lot better if I let it plan out the changes before we make those changes. So let's go ahead and add this pullover. Perfect. And we have our product here. I can edit the details if I need to. So far, so good. Let's do insulated tumbler. And in this case, I don't have any color or size. I'm gonna just call it tumbler. And see right here, I'm like stuck, right? So it's saying, it's basically requiring a color and size. So I'm going to say, I'm just going to start plan chat. The color and size fields for products should not be required because we have some items that are just called by product name, e.g. tumbler. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, and I'm not going to submit that yet, but I'm going to go ahead and add a couple more just to see if we run into anything else. So this is Charcoal XL. Great. What else we got here? We have a polo. Okay. By the way, if you wanted to, you could upload these. In fact, you could say to Zite, hey, give me a feature so that I can upload products instead of keying them in. Totally do that. This was navy small. Let's see what else we got here. Canvas tote natural, which it's probably not going to let me add. Yep, won't let me add because it's expecting a size. So we are already covering that in our plan. Let's go ahead and call this good for testing the product catalog. I'm going to go ahead and drop a file on here and give it a quick test. And already we can see we've got 10 orders, 15 line items matched, or 15 line items, but only one of them matched. 14 were unmatched. So let's just take a look real quick and see what it matched. It matched the classic polo navy small. So going back to my file, classic navy polo small, perfect. Oh, I'm in the wrong sheet. Here we go. Yes. Yes. You know what? I should have been working off of this one instead of the ShipStation one. So that is fine because we need to change how these products are handled anyway. But so far, it seems to be doing what I asked it to do. I'm not going to test the download ShipStation or unmatched yet because I want to go ahead and get this request about products entered. So let's do that. And it's going to start planning again. All right. Yeah, without color size for items like Tumblr that are identified by product name alone. SKU matching during conversion will handle entries with or without color size. Perfect. Yes. Yep. Brilliant. Okay. Build it. Okay. So let's test out what it changed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back here and we're going to grab the product names from here, from the source file. So this quarter zip should be at navy, medium, good. Then we have insulated Tumblr, so let's add that. And it's not requiring color or size anymore. Perfect. And we've got a classic polo white, large. And they just give us an L for that. Okay. And we have a backpack, which comes in black in the natural tote. All right, I think that's good enough to test with. So we'll go ahead and test, understanding that some of these are going to not match because we haven't created all of those products yet. Like I said, you could create, you could just ask Zite to create a feature to let you batch upload those or edit them in a more efficient way. But this is good enough to test, so let's try it again. 10 orders, 15 light items. Yep, sounds good. 9 of them matched, 6 unmatched. So it's going to give us a little button here so we can look at the matched items. Great. What did it not match? Quarter zip pullover, navy medium, quarter zip pullover, charcoal XL. I feel like these should have matched. So what I want to do is I want to go back to our product catalog and just double check some stuff. Quarter zip pullover. Do I have that typed in correctly? Quarter zip pullover, navy, medium. Access our file again. Navy medium, charcoal XL. Okay, so you know what? I don't see an obvious reason why this hasn't matched, so I'm just going to ask it. And I'm going to use chat mode for this. So I'm going to say, my source file has and I have these products in my catalog, but they did not match. Why? And again, I'm just in chat mode, so it's not going to do anything yet. It's not going to make any changes to the application. Okay. It's saying, yeah, I can see exactly why. The parser splits the text on every dash character to a product name like quarter zip pullover. Gets broken apart incorrectly. So for quarter zip pullover, the split produces, yep. It then takes the last two as the color and size and joins them back. The parser uses a simple hyphen split, but it needs to be space dash hyphen. And once it figures that out, it even gives you a suggested prompt. So I'm just going to run that prompt. All right, so Zite is telling me it's fixed. Let's give it a shot. Okay, and it does appear to have fixed it because I don't see those unmatched anymore. So that's good. And at this point, I can download the ShipStation CSV, or I can download the unmatched items. Let's download that ShipStation CSV and take a look at it. And I'll make this a little prettier for you. Okay, so did it create order numbers? Yes, it did. And it put each line item for that order on its own row. And it mapped the SKU, got all the contact information, where it needs to be. This is great. Perfect. So now that I have this built, I can share this with my team. They can use it to their heart's content. If they said, hey, that's cool, thank you for, making the Excel side of this process easier, but we'd really like these to just get sent into ShipStation. You can ask Zite to do stuff like that. It'll probably ask you for an API key, but you can certainly set up integrations like that. So a job that used to be maybe 20 minutes of manual copy and paste per batch is now drag a file in, get a list out, and this all happens locally in the browser, so no data is sent anywhere. Now, again, if I wanted to create something a little more robust that did send that information directly into ShipStation, I could, but I like to do things locally in the browser too. I've built multiple tools like this with Zite, where it takes in one or more files, performs some transforms and logic, and spits out another file. And maybe you have a use case that is similar. If you do, give Zite a shot. It's really simple to use, and if you use the link below to sign up for a free account, you will get 50% more free AI credits. I hope you have fun.